Okay, well, that sucks. um, just got out of Taken 3, and I mean, come on, let's be honest. We were making jokes when Taken 2 came out. Remember when you were in the theater or at home or whatever, and they played the trailer for Taken 2, and you're just like, what, did they get taken again? Like, worst father of the year. But I mean, they managed to, like, oh, they took the mom, or did they take the mom in that one? I don't know. But here we are again with Taken 3, aka Liam Neeson Needs to Eat. You know, he laughed at the idea of a Taken 3, and then they threw two big bags of money in front of him, that, $30 million, I think it was, and he was like, okay, let's do it. And it kind of just makes me wonder, like, what did they pay Maggie Grace and Famke Jensen to come back for? Because they're like an afterthought in the movie. Which is a shame, because they're really good actors, but I mean, they have nothing to work with. Famke Jensen was only brought back to get killed. I mean, shit. What do I say about this thing? Obviously it sucks. I mean, you knew when you saw the trailer for Taken 3 what this was gonna be. And it's just The Fugitive. It's just The Fugitive again. And I don't just mean, I'm not just talking about, like, former cop expert man is framed for wife's murder. I mean, you could boil it down to that if you want to, but I'm not just saying that. I'm saying that, like, literally, like, you could break the script down into bullet points, and it would match up with The Fugitives. This movie took two people to write. How... It doesn't take that many people to photocopy the script of The Fugitive. It takes, like, an intern. It doesn't take two people to come up with this script. Literally, like... They find him at the scene of the crime. He escapes. There's a smart cop, with tons of experience in charge, and he sniffs out the clues that no one else notices, while he's also trying to pursue framed man. I half expected the bad guy in this movie to have one arm. I guess, like, the first thing that stood out to me as being different is just, like, how, like, amateur it all looks now. Like, it's so... Okay, so quick lesson. When film students kind of first get started, when you first get into editing, you tend to chop a lot of extra stuff. Like, if you just have a guy going to a table, people tend to cut the man walking to the table. They just kind of show him like the last two steps of him picking up the table, and they just keep doing that. They skip a lot of the like getting there parts, right? What that results in is a very manic looking movie, and that's what this looks like. If you guys remember, to put it in simpler terms, anybody that saw the new Die Hard with Bruce Willis and whatever the hell his name is that totally looks like the guy from Avatar, Sam Worthington. Not actually Sam Worthington, but the guy that looks like him. Who's going to be in the new Terminator movie, which looks like garbage, by the way. Anyway, that new Die Hard movie that came out a couple years ago, and how crazy fast the editing was in that, this Taken 3 makes that Die Hard movie look tame by comparison. Like, I honestly, now I could probably make more sense out of the Transformers action sequences than this thing. This thing is so, like, there's so many chase scenes where they do this, and I think that they did a lot of chase scenes so that Liam Neeson didn't have to do a whole lot of hand-to-hand stuff. I don't know, that's just theory, I don't know, but I noticed there's a lot of chase scenes in the movie, and every single time there is a chase scene, the editing is so fast, like, I could literally count in my head, like, to the beat of doing, like, a jitterbug, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like, it was that quick, going from one thing to the other, and the focus of each thing, like, one of the cuts will be Liam Neeson on this side of the screen, like, punching something, but then in that, it would cut to something else happening on this side of the screen, and because, like I said, it's so fast, you're going back and forth, and it's absolutely nuts. I missed how many people were editing this thing, but it was, however many it was too many. Either that or they needed to take the crack away, because it was just absolutely out of control, the editing in this movie. There could have been, like, a serviceable action movie in here somewhere, but half of it's been cut or edited. Actually, there's a couple of times where someone will be saying the word like, "You fucked this and this person." You can see it with their mouth what they're saying, but the audio that comes out, they've been redubbed. They say "screw." But you see their mouth. You're like, that's not what they said. It looked like a freaking. It looked like a Godzilla movie. And it was, and you notice it's only when they say something vulgar that happens. When a guy shoots himself in the mouth, it cuts away to Liam Neeson instead, so you don't see it happening. It's so shameful how much they wanted this to be a PG-13-7R. Why? Because more people can go see it and make more money out of it. Because I mean, they already knew there wasn't going to be a lot of people seeing this movie. Making it R-rated would have just cut that audience down in half. So I mean, it's I don't know what else to say. It's literally whatever you saw or whatever you imagined when you saw the trailer for Taken 3. It is exactly what that is. Whether you think that's going to be Liam Neeson punching things, that's in the movie. Or if you thought it was just going to be like Liam Neeson, old man grandpa trying to keep up with everybody, it's that too. Nobody really, there is no real character. I didn't know Liam Neeson's character in these movies. I didn't know his name was Brian in all these movies. I always just looked up and just thought Liam Neeson. The wormy guy that died in Alien Resurrection that's in these movies, I didn't know his name was Sam until now. What you think it's gonna be is something that you think you might like. Sure, I recommend it. But for the rest of humanity, why would you even like toy with the notion of seeing this? And it's again, because we're in fuck you, it's January, they released Taken 3. It's like they knew. They just did not care. Honestly, again, I was more intrigued by the trailers than I was with the actual movie. There was a lot of big name stuff. There was Terminator, which looks like crap. All they do is just like, hey, let's say a couple quotes that people know from Terminator and get them excited again. The moment where the car swerves and hits the front of the bus and the entire bus flips forward. It's like, oh my god, what happened to Terminator? And when what's-her-face from Game of Thrones, who I like, she actually looks like a good Sarah Connor, but when she's like, we can stop Judgment Day from happening, I'm like, how many times are you guys going to stop Judgment Day from happening? Because with this time travel shit, you've done this like 3 times now. Chappie, I actually got to see a full trailer for Chappie. I had that moment, you know when you're in the theater and there's the trailers are playing and everyone else around you is, like, let's say it's like some stupid, like, another scary movie trailer, and everyone around you is laughing their asses off, and you're just sitting there like, are these people high? Or am I the only intelligent person here? You know that feeling you get? I mean, nobody likes that feeling, but we all have that moment where everyone is reacting positively to something that you just don't see eye to eye with. You just don't see the appeal. Today I have the exact opposite of that, because I see the trailer for Chappie, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, wow, this actually looks interesting. I mean, it looks like it's basically just Short Circuit again, but it's got good actors, the presentation's cool, the setting's neat. I like, what's his name? The guy that's just from District 9. I like him, so I'm like, this could be really good. It could be really interesting. And as soon as the trailer ends, the people behind me all just go, so stupid. Why do people's hair look like that in that movie? And I was just like, oh my god, it's fine if you don't find interesting movies interesting. That's fine. But why was that the first thing that came to your mind? Like, why was that? Why? You live in 2015. Have you seen some of the real life hairstyles out there? Why should this be any different? Also, future. Things can look different. Anyway, again, I got Kingsman again. And I was wrong before. In my last review, I said that it kind of reminded me of a comic book thing because it had one of the producers of X-Men First Class, and I was wrong. It's from the director of First Class. So maybe that's why it has a comic book kind of feel to it. There was one other one that for some reason is completely escaping me, but it's something coming out in like March. Oh, no! That's what it was. Okay, it starts with the trailer comes up. It's black and it fades up, and it's Liam Neeson sitting in a chair, and he's talking about like, I only did what I had to do. I'm asking you here for my son's life. And I'm just like, wait, what? And he's sitting opposite Ed Harris, and I'm sitting here watching this movie. I'm just like, like the first 10, 15 seconds or so, I was just like, I swear to God, is this a trailer for Taken 4? Because, oh my God. Like, they're seriously just cranking and just mass producing that shit. But it wasn't. Like I said, it was for a movie called Run All Night, where he's like trying to protect his son from something. I don't know. It just looked like another like Liam Neeson punching things movie. But yeah, it looked like, for a second I was just like, did they just recast Maggie Grace as a dude, or does he have a son that we never saw in these movies or something? Anyway, so yeah, that's our start to Fuck You, It's January. Like I said, if the trailer for Taken 3 got your attention, if you didn't fall asleep halfway through it, then bravo, you might make it through the movie, but I don't guarantee that. Oh, and you know what? This last thing before we go, the villain for Taken 3 is the most, like, the movie ended, I was like, I still don't know what he was after. I understand the basics. Basically, it's for the insurance money. It's 2015 and we still have villains that are in it for the insurance money. That old shtick. But, I mean, like, the specifics, like, what he was going to use the money for, and, like, how he went about it, they're so, like, it feels like, it screams of a rewrite, is what it feels like, is that, like, at the very last minute they changed it to something else. So, I mean, yeah, it's Taken 3. Yay. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week for whatever the fuck comes out. Other than The Wedding Ringer, which I know comes out. But other than that, this is going to be a rough month.